and I want to share with you something that I shared with the Ignite member community this past Saturday in the webinar. So let us talk about the heartbeat of Mother Earth. I want to talk to you about an experiment that was done not too long ago, where they took two vials, as you see, not exactly depicting the exact same vials, but in one they had an aqueous solution, and they put a diseased human cell, so a human cell that had HIV virus, they put it in this. And in the other vial they put just pure water. There was nothing else in there. And before they did all of this, they basically shielded the entire experiment from any electromagnetic waves. So, the stuff that microwaves and phones and all the other interferences that happen, they made sure that there was absolutely no electric fields or magnetic fields around, and they shielded the entire experiment from that. So the only thing that was available to them was a very quiet room with no electromagnetic interference. So they put a human cell in this vial, and what they found out was they started measuring the electromagnetic emissions from the cell. So what they found out was that the human cell actually had a field, an electromagnetic field, which is an actual physical, palpable field that you can actually measure. And so when they looked at that, they said, okay, well, that's nice. I wonder, they thought, I wonder if I bring these two vials close together, if I can, if that field, because it's an energetic field, it's not a physical field, it's an energetic field. I wonder if that field can transfer over to the pure water without me physically taking the human cell out and putting it in pure water. I wonder if I can just transfer the electronic signature, the electromagnetic wave, onto the pure water. So they tried keeping the vials close together without the water touching each other. Like the two vials were isolated from each other, but they kept it in close proximity. What they found was the only way that they could have this transference happen is if they applied a frequency of 7.8 hertz. Any frequency that was lower than that, this transference wouldn't happen. And lo and behold, when they put the 7.8 hertz frequency in the room, and that was the only frequency in the room, remember, we're shielding everything from external factors, so the only frequency, an electromagnetic frequency, that was what this experiment was exposed to was this 7.8 hertz. And when they did that, the pure water began to absorb the electromagnetic field that was in the diseased human cell. So now that we have pure water, no HIV cell, no physical cell in there, but the electromagnetic field that actually held on to the signature of the disease. It's a signature, electromagnetic signature, it's a field. So they said, well, interesting, what happens if we put some components that comprise of our DNA? Let's, nucleotides, primers, polymerase enzymes. What happens if we put that in there? And we're not gonna put them in any kind of arranged form. We're just gonna drop the components in there. It's like Lego pieces in there. And their thinking was, would the electromagnetic field shape those pieces into the same structure as an HIV virus cell? So they did that, and lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. It actually recomposed those pieces of DNA into an HIV cell. So that is actually demonstrating to us that the energy field that we have can actually shape what our cells can develop. So if we've got an energy field that facilitates healthy cells, then we will have healthy cells develop. If we have an energy field in our body with this HIV imprint, then the HIV virus will continue to propagate. So really the whole idea here is, what is 7.8 hertz? Well, 7.8 hertz is actually the standing frequency of Earth. The Earth is emitting, among other frequencies, 7.8 hertz, and it's called Schumann resonances. We don't have time to go too much into this, but I explain this entire phenomenon and what we can do to actually help us manage this in the harmonizing and anchoring star energies.